Here at the Unitarian Society of Germantown, our mission statement begins with 3 magic words: building beloved community. You don't hurt my feelings, and I've heard it from more than one person who says, what in the world does that mean? Well, people use different words to describe things, but I think when we meditate on it, we know. We build beloved community when a loved one dies, and we come together to tell stories about how that person touched our lives, and about how our hearts are big enough to hold all the sadness and the joy that exist at times like those. We build beloved community when we witness and celebrate 2 people making vows of lifelong love and support. We build beloved community when we bless babies and children and promise that our village will teach and nurture them and all the children to come. When I'm thinking about beloved community, I try and go to some of the greatest teachers, and Daniel was just certainly talking about one of them, Jesus. People from all different walks of life and around the globe can look to Jesus among spiritual teachers. One of the things Jesus said, in keeping it simple, was, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your mind and all your strength. And you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. In June, we were so proud to ordain Joan Javier Duval into the ministry. And that evening, I was fortunate to give the charge to the minister. And I charged Joan using that Jesus teaching and encouraged her to transform lives as a disciple of love. Somebody dedicated to love. And today, as we start our new church year and building beloved community is our spiritual theme of the month, I do the same with all of you. I charge you to transform lives as people dedicated to love. Dedicated. In order to do this, first, keep on loving life. Celebrate like David, who danced before the Lord with all his might. All his might. Sing like Mercedes Sosa. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto. Thanks to life, which has given me so much. Engage with beauty for the sake of beauty. Listen to music by Rafi and listen to music in that movie Frozen. Exalt in the paintings of Klee and Modigliani and the paintings you make in your class. Make s'mores around the campfire and take long walks in the woods. Loving life will keep your battery charged. And when you're charged with doing what you love to do, you can be born again and again and again with life and growing and learning. Second, love your neighbors. Be kind and gentle to your family and your friends. Be open and gentle to the mailwoman, to police officers, grocery clerks, teachers, homeless folks, kids at your school, even when they're mean. Garbage men and waiters. I'm not saying you have to like what everyone does, but I'm saying love them. You have a power to love people. Third, with all of this love flowing in your soul, you will be empowered to be a warrior for justice. Maybe like a ninja turtle warrior for doing good things. bringing fairness to people. We know that the most powerful way to stop people from doing bad things to people is with love. That's the most powerful way to stop people from hurting each other. And we see it all the time in our world, and we get sad. But love, one person at a time, one interaction at a time, can change the tide to make hurting go to helping. And you all have the power to do it. Okay? But in order, you got to remember to love life, to love your neighbors, to help bend the arc of the universe towards justice and fairness with love, you have to love yourself. So I charge you, always remember you are a miracle of the divine. Your body, mind, and spirit deserve tender, loving care. So one way to do it, many of us talk about spiritual practices as a way to show compassion and love to your body. You know these can include sitting in silence, ringing a prayer bowl, doing some yoga. They can include riding your bicycle or gardening, reading poetry out loud with friends, or just sitting by a tree. Those are the ways to get in touch with the miracle of life. It's so amazing, this thing called life. If you do these things, when we do these things, I know that we will keep building beloved community by putting arms and legs on the prayer of one of the greatest Unitarian ministers of all time, Theodore Parker, who was probably the top Unitarian to have impact in stopping slavery from the pulpit and from the church institution. Parker said, "Be ours a religion which like sunshine goes everywhere, its temple all space, its shrine the good heart, its creed all truth, its ritual works of love. Blessings be, amen."